In this video, we're going to explore one of the biggest questions in science and philosophy. Can humans actually time travel into the future or even the past? Make sure to stick around until the very last second, because the answer might completely change the way you think about reality. Throughout history, countless scientists and thinkers have wondered if time travel could ever be possible. But every time they tried to figure it out, they ran into strange problems and logical traps, what we call paradoxes. One of the most famous is called the grandfather paradox. This idea was discussed by Charles Kluge, Nathaniel Schachner, and René Barjavel. And here's how it goes. Imagine you build a time machine. You travel back in time to when your grandfather was just a child. But then, you do something unthinkable. You kill your grandfather before he has children. Now here's the problem. If your grandfather never lived long enough to have kids, then your father would never be born. And if your father was never born, well, you would never be born either. But if you were never born, then who went back in time to kill your grandfather? And if no one killed your grandfather, then he would survive. Your father would be born and you would be born too, which means you could travel back and kill him again. You see the loop. It goes on forever. That's why it's called a paradox, a situation where logic breaks down. Because of paradoxes like this, many scientists concluded that real-time travel was impossible. They thought of it as something that only belongs in science fiction. But then, years later, a physicist named Hugh Everett III introduced something new, something called the multiverse theory. And this changed everything. Everett suggested that if a person time travels to the past, they're not actually traveling back within our timeline. Instead, they're jumping into a completely separate universe that exists alongside ours. In other words, every possible timeline has its own universe. So, if you go from the year 2025 back to 2024, you're not going to the past of your world. You're entering a brand new universe that already exists in the year 2024. This solves the grandfather paradox. Because if you change something in that version of 2024, say you prevent your grandfather from being born, it won't affect your timeline at all. Your world in 2025 stays the same. But the new 2024 universe you entered will continue forward with the changes you made. And here's the wild part. According to this theory, there aren't just one or two alternate universes. There are an infinite number of them. Right now, as you're watching this video, there could be another version of you just starting it, and another version of you who has already finished it. Every possible outcome exists somewhere in the multiverse, all happening at once. So, if Everett's multiverse theory is correct, then yes, time travel is possible. But instead of changing your own past, you'd simply be stepping into a new universe's timeline. Think about it. Infinite worlds. Infinite possibilities, infinite versions of you. That's the multiverse. If you want to dive deeper into this fascinating idea, I recommend checking out books and resources on quantum physics and parallel universes. They'll blow your mind. And hey, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on more videos like this.